breakfast to you all. Hey, I'm looking good today, right? Yeah, looking okay. Looking fine, looking dandy. There it is. That's for you guys right there. That's for every single last one of you tuning in with me on this fine blizzardy evening. And I don't mean the company. I mean there is snow from here to Dubai. That's right, fucking Dubai. We don't expect that, but it's going on. It's going on, man. Look at all those wonderful holidays. You guys are fucking amazing. Thank you for tuning in live so we can have discussions. Woo! Let's talk about games, man. Let's nerd the fuck out for the next 30, 40 minutes or so. Right now, eh? Let's nerd it up because tomorrow is Workshop Wednesday. Very serious. Very, very serious. Workshop Wednesday. Workshop Wednesday, always serious and always very cool. Friday's Drama Friday. That's when we'll kick back. We'll kick back on Drama Friday. Tomorrow is not only Workshop Wednesday, but a very busy day for me. Very busy day. Tomorrow, not only is it Workshop Wednesday, it is server maintenance in the EU. And as I am doing live stream February, which is going really well, by the way, live stream February, we're going to be playing Neocron 2 tomorrow because the WoW servers probably won't be up. Even if they are, we don't give a shit, right? We're going to be playing Neocron 2 and having some fun. Many of you will not survive. Many of you will not. Many of you won't get past the launch window. That could happen to us all, by the way. That could happen to us all because they unleashed a patch in true Neocron style. It's low-tech as fuck, which broke the game. So if it's not up tomorrow, we'll do something else. It'll be fine. It'll be no big deal. So we got that tomorrow, and of course tomorrow is the big weekly video as well. Big weekly video coming out for you guys on the YouTubes. I know you love your weekly video. It's coming out. I already have as well. I tell you one of the best things about doing live stream February. My YouTube quickies, the new series of quickies, they write themselves. They write themselves, man. And any of those guys who've been tuning in for the live stream throughout the day will be fully aware of some of the crazy shit that goes on in some of the dungeons we run. There's some crazy shit. So we've got some nice quickies to show you as well. Some quickies on Thursday. It's going to be fucking awesome. We saw some guy... We saw a tank who would dance, motherfucker. He would dance in those dangerous, dangerous water pools of the Temple of the Jade Serpent. He wasn't moving for a goddamn. And it was described very well by one of our wonderful subscribers and guild master of the Council of Ballers as shocking. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, shocking. So all that's to look forward to this week. We've got Drama Friday, we've got Workshop Wednesday, we've got Neocron on Wednesday, we've got a big weekly video tomorrow. Hell, if your service reset, don't worry, bro. I got you covered. I got you covered. I got you covered. And Thursday, a very fun quickie for those of you who are unable to attend the live stream. I fully appreciate that. We have a couple of things to talk about today. I have in fact entitled this on the live stream, What Happened to the 25-mans? Now, what I'm going to request is that I did briefly show this on the live stream earlier today, is that those people don't spoil what I'm about to ask. It would be very nice if you didn't do that. I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question. I want to mystify you. I want to see what you think. We've talked in recent weeks about the decline of the 25-man. Ooh, sad face. 25-man's in decline. Thunderforged items, the big fix. And all that good shit, right? We talked about it a little while. I want to know, percentage-wise, what percentage of guilds are 25-man and raiding? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Go ahead, chat. What percentage of guilds are 25-man and raiding? That's what I want to know. That's all I want to know. Holy shit. Shit, look at this. 2.5%, 1%, 90%, 25%, 30% maybe. Some people are getting close. Some people are getting close. 69%. Oh, Orky, you are a dirty little boy. A dirty little boy. Well, we talk about the decline in 25-mans. And we talk about it like, it's declining, right? Blizzard says it's declining. We kind of feel like it's declining. There aren't that many of them. It's hard to back that up without stone cold numbers, baby. Hard fucking numbers. And now I have some numbers. I have some numbers. And it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying about what happened. Yeah, 99% if we include LFR, right? 99%. This is the statistics to date of this tier of raiding, right? This tier of raiding. How many kills of each boss? and how many of those kills were 10 man and 25 man. All right, are you ready? Are you ready? Because I'm going to blow your mind with it. It's coming. It's coming. Boom! Look at this. I'm going to move my ugly face over there. Yeah. Oh, that's really hard to move. There we go. Good stuff. Look at this. Holy shit. I just want to explain what we're looking at here. The silver line is 10-man guilds. The orange is 25-man. This is what's happened this tier of raiding. This is what's happened. All the silver is the 10-mans. Just that little penis, the mushroom head of the orange is the 25-man raiding. Now, this to me is fucking shocking as fuck. This is terrifying, right? If you look about here, that's the Shard of Fear normal. That's the cutoff point. Shard of Fear normal right there. Look at this. Then look at Heroic Shard of Fear. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Look at Heroic Shard of Fear. Look how many guilds. 25 man. So this is actual 25-man guilds that went in there and actually killed a boss, right? They went in there and did this. Look at Heroic Shard of Fear. If you've killed Heroic Shard of Fear, hey, feel good about yourself, right? Feel good about yourself right now, because holy fuck sticks, that is unbelievable. That is terrifying. So I'm going to leave this open for a minute. I kind of want to talk about this. This is far different. I mean, even in my worst case scenario, I would have said there's probably about 30% of 25-man guilds. I think 30% in my mind was about where we were. I knew there was more 10-man. I kind of figured about 30%. This is unbelievable. Now, I kind of expect in the early stages to have definitely more 10-man guilds have gone ahead and killed some of the earlier bosses. I think that's pretty normal. I think that is pretty normal to see that, because a 10-man can be put together rather quickly, and you can just jump in with some friends and you can get something done. So I'm not too surprised here. Much easier to put a quick 10-man together than it is a 25-man within your guild. I actually think that is pretty normal. This continues, though. This streak continues all the way down. Although the numbers decrease rapidly as fights become ever increasingly harder. I want to know exactly how many less guilds killed Elagon compared to Vizier Zorlok. I think that's pretty interesting. Almost the same amount of guilds that killed Tyak actually killed Elagon, which is quite interesting. That a lot of guilds just never finished Mogoshon Vaults. They just didn't finish. The margin there between guilds. I want to give you some numbers to relate this to. Currently raiding active guilds, there are 27,000 active 10-man guilds. Only 974 25-man guilds. There is less than 1,000 25-man guilds left in World of Warcraft. Less than 1,000. 974 is your figure right there. 974. Less than 1,000 25-man raidman guilds. And that includes all this orange here, okay? This is just baffling. A total of 28,000 guilds. That's not too bad, actually. That's not too bad. That is pretty crazy. But yeah, we're down to less than 1,000 25-man guilds actually raiding and killing something. That means that less than 1,000 25-man guilds killed the Stone Guard. Couple of interesting things that pop up here is those 25-man blocks don't really decrease too much. What does that tell us? This tells us something really interesting, is that the 25-man guilds that are still raiding are actually pretty fucking dedicated raiders. They're like the guys clinging on with their fingertips to keep raiding. The 25-man differential does not alter too much at all. The guilds that are in 25-mans, the players that are in those 25-mans are working their fucking balls off in comparison to the 10-mans. They are sticking with it. As you can see, they just do not change that much. Small block, small block. I mean, but there's still a ridiculously small amount, right? But still, overall, they stick out pretty well. They actually do all really, really well until we get quite low down, and then we get into the really sort of difficult bosses. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Do, do, do. There we go. Until we get to the really difficult bosses, they actually stay pretty cool. But the 10-mans falter, which means there are a lot. This is something you really need to bear in mind if you're thinking of going 10-man. I actually see this as some sort of... There's a motivation to be taken from this. If you do join a 25-man guild, your chances of getting good progress are actually much, much higher. Much, much higher than it is with joining a 10-man. If you join a 25-man, your chances of doing well and seeing all the content are actually significantly higher. Significantly higher than being in a 10-man guild. In a 10-man guild, what we've got is a clusterfuck. And this proves it. A clusterfuck of God knows who putting guilds together in pugs throughout trade chat and all this. This is your trade chat nonsense right here. This is the evidence. The trade chat nonsense. Let's make a 10-man. Let's go and do this. We killed Stoneguard, we killed Feng, we killed Garajal, we killed the Spirit Kings, and then it just gets too fucking hard and we give up and the guild disbands. This is really good evidence that that is occurring on a massive scale across the 10-mans. The 10-mans, dangerous. Really dangerous. If you're looking for good progress, and this is why so many of you, so many of you fall into this death trap and the circle jerk of being in multiple 10-man guilds. Hell, I fuel my Drama Fridays on you guys doing that. Because you're all stuck there. And hopefully via Drama Friday, as fun as it is, we actually learn to spot the mistakes that we can fall into. Otherwise, you end up here. The worst place you can be right now in raiding is in here. In this bit here. And that is a good third of 10-man guilds. A good fucking third of 10-man guilds are wasting your fucking life. I mean, seriously, this is terrible. This is really bad. From my perspective, you should be aiming in an average, casual 10-man guild to at least be trying to get towards Shara Fear. Only a third of 10-man guilds are making it there. Look at that, only a third. Compared to the guilds that are being put together on a daily basis. They're being put together on a fucking daily basis. You see all the time. Only a third of them are actually getting to see the content. Whereas in the 25-mans, a huge percentage of them are actually going on to do several heroic encounters. That's really important. That's really fucking important. Look, even as we come down from here, look at the size of the orange here, which is the 25-man guilds. Coming down here, Heroic Stoneguard, near enough all of them did that. All the way down to here, you can see the heroic content continues. This is actually a huge proportion of 25-mans that actually went on, proportionally. I'm talking in terms of percentage of 25-man guilds that killed the Stoneguard, went on to actually kill things like Heroic Windlord, Heroic Garalon, Heroic Blade Lord Tyak. Does this mean 25-man is easier? No! No! Does not mean 25-man is easier by any means. What it does mean is that the 25-mans that are left in this game are a culmination of players who are working hard and understand what it means to be fucking raiding. They do, and they work hard at it, and they stick with it, and they go through the trials, and they go through the problems. It also means they can be very picky about who they take on, because there is no need to worry about a new 25-man. That doesn't exist anymore, does it? It doesn't fucking exist. There is no risk anymore of a new 25-man. Just not there. So if you want to apply to a 25-man guild, they can be very choosy. Very, very choosy. They can pick who they want to be. You should be. As Rage Cookies just said then, if you are in a 25-man guild right now, be fucking proud of yourself. Because not only have you survived 2 years of harsh times, winter is coming, my friends. Winter is here. Winter is here for the 25-mans. You survived. And now you can afford to be really picky. You can be. These numbers should motivate you 10-man raiders. You should be. And if you are stuck in this circle jerk, seriously guys, if this is you, if you are in any of this area going forward from here, literally forward from there, from that line, if you are in here, in here, in here, in here, in here, if you have been raiding since, say, the start of Mists of Pandaria and you have only just killed, say, Garalon, it's time to get the fuck out. Get out of there. Because you are so unlikely to get to here. Look at your odds. That's all I want to say. If you are in this area of this graph, if you exist in this area right now, look at your odds of reaching the bottom. Look at your odds. Your odds are diabolically bad. Diabolically bad. The odds of, look at how few 10-mans there are. So, I can't, my mouse cursor can't really even point to it. It's that fucking small. Compared to this overwhelming amount of 10-man guilds in the earlier days. Overwhelming. Crazy. If you want to be here, time to get in these blocks. Gotta get in the 25-mans. Because those are the secure places. Those are the places you want to be. Get in there, guys. Because this should be an eye-opener. It should be an eye-opener. It should be an eye-opener for anybody who's looking to raid. I'll join a 10-man. It's easier. Yeah, but look what happens. Look what happens, okay? If you go ahead and you get yourself in one of these 10-man guilds, your odds of being a successful raider and finally grasping what's great about this game is minute. Absolutely tiny. It's almost a 1 in 50 or 1 in 60 chance of being able to actually achieve something in that raid. Your odds are significantly better in a 25-man. Hugely better. It's worth looking around, guys. It seriously is. If you think that you're in a 10-man guild and you're still doing, say, normal modes, but you've thrived to get that heroic content done, start looking for those 25-mans. It's important. It's important because you will get stuck in this. This graph is only going to get worse. That orange block is only going to get smaller. Of course it is. Thunderforged items aren't going to increase this orange block. No, not in the fucking least. It's not going to happen. It isn't. It's not going to happen. The Thunderforged items just cannot beat these odds. They really can't. Really. Come on, guys. Get in it. If you want to be a successful raider, that's all I'm saying. If you want to be a successful raider, get your ass in there. And some people like defending 10-man. The odds speak for themselves, alright? The odds speak to themselves. You've got to take into account, yeah, if you're a 10-man raider and you're in this area, hey, great for you. Fantastic. You are in the massive minority. The massive fucking minority. The huge minority. Even if you're looking to do normal modes, the chances of you joining a good 10-man and reaching here are still 1 in 3. 1 in 3 guilds actually makes it to Shire of Fear. Luckily, if they can kill Amber Shaper, you look like you're pretty good to get to Shire of Fear. You look like you're in pretty solid position to do that. But if you are anywhere past there, you're in bad shape, alright? Just look at where your progression is now. This is terrifying numbers. Absolutely fucking terribad. Less than 1,000 25-man guilds remain. And we can look at the statistics. It goes into significant others. I'm just going to paste this for you guys so you can have a look at this after the daily. I know you guys want to check this kind of stuff out. But there's a lot of numbers there. And what's interesting here, this is the one I want you to look at here, is how quickly, on the left we've got the 25-man, on the left we've got the 10-man, and of course the encounters in descending order of difficulty, from easiest down to worst to hardest. Look how quickly these numbers even out as we get down to the bottom. To the point where we get to Heroic Shire of Fear, and the difference is only 17 guilds. Only 17 guilds separate the difference between who's killed Heroic Shire of Fear on 10-man and 25-man. Those numbers are significant compared to the 1,025 men up here and the 25,000 10-mans that killed Stoneguard. Look how quickly these numbers start to even out. Every step of the way, they start evening out more and more. And 25-man does not even decrease that significantly until we get to the really, really hard heroic content. It stays pretty consistent all the way down. And then 10-man, massive drop-offs from 4,000 to 2,000 to 1,000 to only 800 who managed to do Imperial Vizier. Okay? 500 to 300, then down to 400, and then down to the 100 there. Pretty crazy stuff, guys. Real eye-opener for me. I thought you guys might be very interested in seeing that. I thought this was real interesting information. I'll put it in the YouTube video as well, so you guys have a good reference of that and have a quick look at it yourself. There's some interesting stats there, not all of it useful. Well, the numbers sort of speak for themselves, right? I do like to back up what we're talking about with concrete evidence. I think this is pretty cool. Yeah, as I said, finding a good 25-man isn't easy. Why? Because most of the 25-mans are actually pretty good, and they can be very picky. Of course they can. They can be very, very picky. Why not? A lot of people want to join 25-man guilds. Apparently, if you've got a PC capable of doing it. Apparently, if you're capable of doing it. I found it interesting data. The most interesting parts of this whole thing for me, really something you should be aware of, is this is your trade area, okay? This is your trade area. These are the guys who are constantly spamming your trade chat to join 10-man guilds. Be very careful. Be very, very careful, because you're unlikely to be nothing more than frustrated and angry and just generally depressed if you get into here, especially if you're working hard, because you're not going to get very far. You're not going to get past at least 50% of the actual encounters available to you in this tier alone. And this tier is coming to an end now. Let's not forget that. This tier is coming to an end. These are pretty much the final numbers. 5.2 is around the corner, and we've got a new tier of raiding coming to see. Yeah, these are your cesspool raid guilds. These are these guilds that invite you for easily. You don't have to do... These are the guilds that invite you and suddenly you're an officer, right? You know what I mean? These are the guilds that invite you and suddenly you're an officer for some fucking reason. You've got no raid experience. Suddenly I'm an officer. I'm organising shit. What? I didn't sign up for this. Oh, you're in the guild. Oh, you've enchanted your weapon. You're the officer. What? This can't be correct. Are you sure? Yeah. You've managed to enchant your weapon. You appear to actually be using gems. That makes you raid leader, right? That makes you really... I think you ticked all the boxes. You seem to know what you're talking about. There you go. Yeah, I won't join if I don't have bank access. This is what's going on here. Oh, my cesspool girl doesn't even have... doesn't even have a raid team. Doesn't even have a raid team. Someone asked me to change to Cataclysm. I'm not sure if I can do that. I didn't really do that. No, I'm not sure how to do that. So I'm not going to spend many times doing that. I'm not going to spend many hours on this. The next thing I wanted to talk about briefly, I wanted to touch on this because some of you are asking about it, and some of you have already taken full advantage of that. I can see it in my chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll notice a brand new shiny icon. Ooh, yes, Twitch has gone turbo. I wasn't aware of this going to happen until yesterday. I got an email, a partner email, saying, hey, this is what Twitch Turbo means for you. And I was kind of like, what the fuck is Twitch Turbo, right? What is Twitch Turbo? And this email was a pre-warning of this thing that has already been released. So pre-warning is kind of the wrong word. It was already out after we got the email. This occurred. Turbo! Turbo! Which is awesome. Turbo! We've gone turbo. I like the name on it. Twitch Turbo is a new service that's being offered by Twitch.tv. And for all intents and purposes, it's actually a really, really good service. It is. Worst part about Twitch, blops adverts, right? If none of you watch live streams, then you won't understand this. But every time you join a new channel or you go and check somebody out, and especially people who like to play adverts sort of every 10, 15 minutes. Some people are quite cool about it and do it every 45 minutes. That's how people make some revenue. It blocks all adverts completely. I know another program that does that, and it's free. But for $8 a month, you can do that and you can pay Twitch. All right? You can pay Twitch for that. And the idea is simple. They will stop playing you adverts across every single channel. Every single channel. Without using things like AdBlock, the only way to do this is to subscribe to a channel for $5 a month. And only some streamers get access to that, okay? So that will block all chat, and then they get some money out of it. Twitch Turbo is the new way of doing things, which is paying $8, $9, $8.99, I believe it is, per month, and they will block adverts across every single channel. For all intents and purposes, this is awesome. If you don't like using AdBlock because, you know, you like the fact that you watch this content and you kind of want to see this content continue, then cool to you. But I am fully in agreement. Some of the Twitch adverts are really, really annoying. Really, really annoying. Especially if you have to refresh the page because the chat hasn't loaded and it plays you a fucking advert again. Especially if it's the Blops advert, which we seem to be spammed with constantly. Obviously, I do not use AdBlock, and I've been suffering from this for quite some time. So Twitch Turbo is something I would consider buying. Twitch Turbo has some really bad downsides, unfortunately. One of the main reasons, or one of the reasons that people subscribe to people, such as myself, I don't have the subscribe button yet, but I've been told that if we continue February streaming, we should have it. Is to block adverts. You know, I get adverts on that person, and they get $2.50. That's right, you only get 50% of the subscription money that is paid by you. The rest of it goes to Twitch. So if you subscribe to a channel, some of you will subscribe to channels already, and you pay your $5, the actual broadcaster gets $2.50 of that, and the rest of it goes to Twitch, 50% exactly. Which is kind of interesting that you only get half, being the broadcaster and being the one that somebody supplied. Yeah, $2.50 is banks. It's like a pound. A pound a month per person. So as you can imagine, it's pretty scary. To put things in relative terms, a streamer, or you, to provide that streamer with the same revenue as a subscription, $2.50 is not a lot per month, right? It's like a pound. If to subscribe your streamer with that kind of revenue, you would have to watch several hundred hours of streams every month. So in fact, the $2.50, as low as that is significantly more than you could possibly provide that streamer without wasting your entire life watching fucking adverts, right? That's exactly how the system works. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. Now, there's a big downfall to this. One of the things I was told is that if we do a consistent stream for a month, and we manage to hit around 1,000 viewers consistently at some point during that month, then somebody who runs one of these things would give me a subscribe button, which is awesome. I think that's pretty cool, right? A lot of people donate to me, which is amazing. It pays the bills, essentially. It keeps us going. And the subscription button is a great way to donate some sort of minor amount every month. Unfortunately, now this is kind of in the water. Streaming has just literally overnight for the broadcaster become kind of useless because streaming and making money from revenue is really small. So I really want to see your thoughts on this stuff. The subscription system was the only way that streaming was relatively worthwhile for people who did it. And that kind of goes away now. Kind of goes away. Because you either pay your $8 to get the adverts and $5 and pay Twitch more. So now you're paying $15 and the streamer gets his $2.50. That's kind of the downside. There's kind of a big downside. $600. Yeah, so in essence, if you were to make, let's say you want to average, say, $1,000 a month from streaming. If you wanted to make streaming your full-time thing, you could reasonably live off that. Not well. Not well by any means. You would need several hundred subscribers to make that, okay? Several hundred subscribers. So that's the kind of numbers that go on in the background, for those of you not aware. Twitch Turbo is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. They say it's going to be cool. I'm wanting to see this play out. What they are saying is that the subscription model is going to change, because obviously just blocking adverts isn't actually great, okay? Because they for just $2 more or whatever, you can actually just block adverts on every single channel. I know which one I prefer. But that doesn't then... That takes away from your actual broadcaster, which most of you subscribe because you like that broadcaster and you'd like him to have an extra bit of money in his pocket at the end of the month, and in fact pay his bills and so on and so forth. So kind of interested to see how this goes. I want to know your thoughts on the Twitch stuff. But this 25-man thing, kind of major. Kind of major, the 25-man thing. I see some of you have already subscribed to Twitch Turbo, and I'm quite interested to see what you think. What you think of it. Okay, I'm going to give question time over to you guys, because of course it is Work Wednesday and Neocron. There is a video going up tonight on YouTube, which will be the kind of beginner's idea of Neocron, okay? I am hoping and praying that they fix the patch by tomorrow. That is our plan for tomorrow. I will stream something else if that doesn't work, alright? I really want to know that again. I'm not asking for money, by the way. I'm not asking for money. I'm not asking for money. A lot of people are like, I want to give you money. No, don't. I don't want to take money out of people's pockets. Can you release the Road Quickie? No, I'm going to release it on Thursday. When am I going to stream my Capping My Tunes? Okay, the streaming is going really well. Our Monk is doing quite well. He's like halfway to 86. We got 87 on the DK, and we got 86 on the Shaman. Oh, by the way, Elemental Shamans don't level that way. Holy shit, that was bad. The most depressed I've been in a long time is the 1 hour today. I played Elemental on my Shaman. And you will ask anybody who watched me, my mind fell out of my fucking ears. Don't do that. Don't level as Elemental. It's so incredibly slow. It's unbelievable. Oh my god. I wanted to hurt myself. It was so bad. It was so fucking bad. It was really horrible. Yeah, we switched to Enhancement. In that 1 hour of getting from 85 to 86, I believe I played Elemental for about about half. I wanted to give it a fair shout. I did want to give it a fair try. And then I went Enhancement for the rest of the last 2 bars. We did a couple of dungeons with Resto, just to see exactly what the XP is like in dungeons. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. You shouldn't be dungeon grinding in Mr. Pandaria. It's terrible. Don't do that. And now I'm just going to be Enhanced and just kick ass with my dogs. Going Ben mode. Going fucking Ben mode, which is awesome. Yeah, lol. Yeah, we used that. It's just not the same. It's just so incredibly slow. It's so... it's really, really bad. Okay, have we got any questions? Email is preachgaming@gmail.com. And please label it. If you're sending me a workshop, label it workshop. If you're sending me a drama story, label it drama. And if you're sending me a brofist, label it brofist. It makes it very, very... It makes my life so much easier to sift through them emails when they have a thing. I prefer to just type the word and flick through, and that is really all I like to do when I'm putting those things together, which is awesome. I'm actually really looking forward to my druid leveling. I'm looking forward to leveling as balance. I really enjoy balance leveling. It's not the same as elemental. It's really not the same. It's much more instant, less cast time. Really looking forward to leveling as balance. Really looking forward to that. I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh yes, we did get the scan of the baby. For those of you who are interested, we saw the heartbeat of our baby today, which was pretty cool as well. We saw the heartbeat of our wonderful child, which was amazing actually to see this heartbeat. It's 5mm across, the baby, right? That's really small. That's like mentally small, but still it has a heartbeat. How big must that heart be? I mean, logistically, it feels like it's about the size of my penis. It's that small, right? It's really that small, but it beats like a motherfucker. I watched it. It was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. I prefer Shadow Priest right now, but that is my opinion. Some people like Warlocks. Be a resto druid and show me some heals. I don't do the podcast thing. I don't. it's not really a show that can do podcasts, especially when I'm asking questions. One thing I really like to do on the dailies is gauge response from you guys. I think it's important to get that kind of response. I really like to see what the overall feeling is in the player base. Such a minor sample size, no doubt, but I still really like to gauge the response, which is why the live stream is actually better and doesn't convert well to podcasts. If I'm going, oh, that's interesting on the podcast, I would have to read out essentially every single answer to make the podcast work. If that would be pretty cool. My DK, I did fall in love with my DK a little bit. I would say that I think I could see myself falling vastly in love with my Death Knight again. I was having a great time with my Frost DK. I had a minor issue though, and I don't know if it was just me, but response time on some of the abilities was really small on my DK, surprisingly, compared to my other classes. Overriding other spells, I found that really weird. Really weird. Sub-icon ideas? No. I don't know if we'll get the subscribe button. The subscribe button is something I'm even debating if it's worthwhile. Essentially, the whole point of the Twitch Turbo thing is it kind of, unless the subscription model changes, it kind of makes live streaming an absolute waste of my time. I mean, an absolute waste of my time. With Twitch anyway, which is not something I want to be like. I don't want to be like that. And I certainly don't want to view it that way because I have a great time live streaming. I find it very entertaining for myself and for you guys as well. And I'm loving February so far. We're only 2 days in. I'm having a great time doing it. But if this continues, I could see me being limited to just doing the dailies and the web show and nothing much else. Nothing much else at all. Live streaming essentially would... It's just not worth my while, unfortunately. As fun as it is, it's not worth my while. It'd be reduced to sort of off days where I just kind of want to kick back and relax with you guys. If I've been doing some major editing project or something like that, then I would live stream. But I would live stream for the hell of it, where I'm prepared to take a hit on revenue from not actually doing, say, a YouTube video or something like that. The stream isn't laggy at all, my friend. The stream's not laggy. Can you not live stream on YouTube? Apparently in about 12 months we can. In about 12 months we'll be able to do it properly. It's not really working right now. They're testing whether or not they can do it. They can do it. You've seen some live streams on YouTube, but they can't monetize it properly. In order for it to work, it needs to be monetized properly. As much as it's like, oh, it's all about the money. At the end of the day, we still need to, you know, eat and stuff, right? We still need to be able to eat and stuff. Otherwise, the content stops. Unfortunately, the content stops. So at the moment, no, it can't. It's not viable at all. I hope to raid 5.2. I really do. Ghosty's not streaming tonight. Ghosty is going to be doing your transmogs and battlegrounds on Wednesday and Thursday. So Ghost, you've got a massive day tomorrow with us. I'm going to be streaming all day, then do a workshop, and release the big weekly video, which should run about 11 minutes in length. And then Ghosty's going to be doing battlegrounds and transmogs with you tomorrow. So essentially, this channel will be live constantly tomorrow from about 9 AM. When are you going to change? Why does it annoy people, my Twitch background? I really like it. I really like it. He really needs a new chair here. We need another 14. Okay, I'm done for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in for the daily. I really want to see your feedback on the YouTube video again. We're going to discuss all the 4 topics I've left with you this week on Thursday. And I'm really looking forward to rest up tonight so we can have a big stream tomorrow. I might start earlier tomorrow, but I'm not promising anything. I kind of do want to use the Monk XP buff before we start on Neocron. Depends on what the servers are doing. I want to see that. So thank you very, very much. If you have any other questions that I've not answered and you really want an answer, please email me at preachgaming@gmail.com and I will answer it as soon as possible. Have a great evening, guys, whatever you're doing, and be good. All right? Bye.